Hey guys, it's Cindy from cindybidar.com and sixfiguresystems.com. I get a lot of questions about how to actually build a funnel. You know, I talk about funnels all the time and how amazing they are, and a lot of people don't even really know how to start when it comes to building a funnel. So I thought I would do something kind of different today for the blog and actually walk you through the process of how to build a funnel from scratch. So that's what we're going to do. So here I am. I'm logged into my WordPress website at cindybidar.com. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new page. We need a landing page for this funnel, and this is just going to be a very simple opt-in page. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add a new page. And this funnel is going to be about ActiveCampaign. It's my favorite email marketing tool, and I have created some free training for people to learn how to use it from start to finish. Everything from setting up a new account to doing complex things like creating goals within automations. So that's what this page is going to be about. That's what this opt-in offer is about. So I'm going to call it Using ActiveCampaign. And because I have a page of freebies on my site, I'm going to put it under my free category here. And then I'm just going to save the draft. And I use Thrive Architect to build my landing pages. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Thrive here. And then I'm going to go over here on the right and I'm going to pick a template. And they have all kinds of landing page templates you can choose from. I usually just pick one and go with it. So I kind of like, let's take a look at these. Don't really want to put graphics on it. So how about this one? This one looks good. Choose template. Okay, so now I have my starting point, right? So I'm going to get rid of this graphic because I'm not going to do a graphic on this page. I'm going to change the headline, and I did write some copy for myself here just to save us time. You don't want to watch me type out copy. So there's that, and then let's go back and grab the main points here. All right, now that I have all of my bullet points in, I'm just going to change the copy on the call to action button, register for free, and get instant access to the training. All right, so there we go. So now we need something to happen when we click that button, and Thrive makes it really easy. If I just highlight the button here, you will see that I have some options. I can take it to a new page, but I don't want to do that. I want to open up a lightbox that will ask for an email and a name. So I'm going to go down here to Animation and Action, and I'm going to ditch this. Just click the remove button, and I am going to add a pop-up. And since I don't have the lightbox created yet, I am going to just pop over back into my into my dashboard, and I'm going to create a lightbox really quick. So back over here in the dashboard, I'm going to go to Thrive Lightboxes. This will install automatically when you install Thrive Architect. So if you already have that installed, you'll see this in your dashboard. If not, it will appear when you install Thrive Architect. I'm going to go here to Add New. And I'm going to call this ActiveCampaign. Save the draft. And I'm going to launch Thrive Architect. And then I'm just going to build my lightbox right here. And I'm going to drag some elements over. So the first thing I want is some text. So this is going to be my headline. And I want that to be a headline, actually. So we're going to make it headline 2. And I'm going to center that. And then I'm going to add the actual form that goes in here that's going to connect to my ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to look for lead generation right here and just drag this over. And now when this appears, if I click on it, you're going to see what happens over here in the left. And I'm going to add a connection. I already have my ActiveCampaign account connected to my Thrive account here, so I'm just going to select that. I'm going to select my mailing list, which is Cindy Bidar. I don't use forms. I use tags instead. So I'm going to call this one opt-in ActiveCampaign training. And then hit the little plus icon and click apply. Now what's going to happen when somebody fills out this form, they enter their name and their email and they click the sign up button, and we're going to change that because sign up is kind of a stinky call to action. But what's going to happen when they click that button is that they're going to get added to my ActiveCampaign account, and this tag is going to be applied to their contact record. And I will show you in a minute why that's important. For right now, we've got the tag on there. I'm going to click apply. And then I told you I don't like this sign up button here, so I'm going to change that. And the way I do that is I go up, I highlight this form, and I go up here to where it says edit form elements. Click that, and that's going to allow me to change the actual words on the sign up form. Oops. And I also don't like that color, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to choose a better color. Click apply. And I think I want to add some, make that button a little softer. So we're going to give it some curvature. And this right here where it says no time to read now, click here to download as a PDF. That's a legacy from the PDF generator I have on the blog. It won't appear in the final version. It just shows up here in the editor. So I'm just ignoring that for right now. All right, I'm done editing this section. So I'm going to click done here. And I've already added the ActiveCampaign. Now, the last thing is, where do I want people to go once they have signed up? So I want to redirect them to a custom URL that's going to be the thank you page. And I don't have that page built yet. We're going to do that in just a minute, but I do know what the URL is going to be. All right, so this is my URL, and just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and put that link here so I have it later when I need it. And then I'm going to click Save and Preview. And this is what that box is going to look like when it pops up. And again, this yellow button is not going to be there. So I'm done with this, going to close that out. All done with that. Go back to my landing page here, and I have to connect that Thrive box to this landing page. So unfortunately, I need to reload the landing page to get that to work. So I'm going to go here and click Save and Preview. This is what our landing page is going to look like. So then I'm going to go back in here, Edit with Thrive Architect. Select the button and scroll down here to Animation and Action. Click the middle icon for pop-ups. Select Open a Thrive Lightbox. And I'm just going to type the name. There it is right there, ActiveCampaign Training. That's the lightbox. We want it to show instantly. You have all of these options. You can slide in, you can zoom out, all kinds of stuff. I just want it to show instantly when someone clicks that button. So click Apply there. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to change out this footer, and I have one that is already saved here if I go here to templates and symbols and I drag that down here, I have a footer. Trying to find the last one because I have several versions of this. New footer, maybe? There we go. That's my new footer. So I'm going to take this section out. So we have all of my links in here, and that is all I have to do to this page. So I'm going to save and preview that. All right, so there's the first page of my funnel. Now I need a thank you page. So for that, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and edit this page and publish it because you can see it's not published here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the publish button. And then I'm going to add a new page. And I'm going to call this one Active Campaign Access. And the slug on this, or this one, goes under my thank you pages. And I gave it a name, so what are we calling it? We're just calling it Active Campaign. So that's what I want here. And I'm going to go ahead and publish this one so I don't forget to do it later. And then I'm going to launch Thrive Architect to build the page. And again, I am going to use a template, and this is the one that we used prior. So I'm going to use a similar one just to keep the branding consistent. And this is the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to choose that template. So the first step is to check your email, right? Check your email inbox. And I'm going to rewrite this a little bit. Then the next step is not to check for the confirmation email because I don't send confirmation emails. The next thing I want people to do who opt in for this is to sign up for an Active Campaign account. And I think I'm going to add a little button there just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then in this case, this button is actually going to go to a different website. So I'm going to go over here under main options, and I'm going to just put my Active Campaign affiliate link in here. And I want to open that in a new tab so people don't get lost. And again, I don't like that color. That's Thrive's default button color. I don't like it. I'm going to spruce it up a little bit. And I am also going to capitalize those words because I think they stand out a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. And then on the button itself, again, I'm going to make that just a little bit softer. We're going to round those corners just a little bit. All right, there's that. And then the third thing I want to help people do is get started with their email marketing the right way. So in order to do that, I have a training called Email Marketing Momentum that's a really good fit with these two first steps. So I am going to change this step 3 to create your email marketing plan. And again, I'm going to add a button. Actually, you know what? I like this button, so I'm going to copy it and I'm going to drag it over here and I'm going to change the text. And then the link that I want people to go to for that is this one. So I'm going to highlight this, go back up here to main options and change that link. Make sure that opens in a new tab. Save my work. And then I can go here and see what that page looks like. All right. So here's what we've done. We have created the landing page. We've created the opt-in form that goes on the landing page. We've created the thank you page. Now we need to set up the ActiveCampaign component of that. So over here in my, I'm going to close this tab because we don't need this anymore. Over here in my ActiveCampaign account, I'm going to go ahead and click Automations. And I'm going to create an automation. And I start from scratch. And ActiveCampaign automations have triggers. It's the thing that kicks off the automation. So I want to tell you, in ActiveCampaign, an automation is just a sequence of actions that happen to a contact once they're inside that automation. So in this case, all this automation is going to do is send an email when people opt in for this funnel that we just built. So the trigger for this is the presence of that tag. Remember, we created that tag when I was setting up the Thrive Lightbox. When I connected it to my ActiveCampaign account, I created a tag. So I'm going to select Tag is Added and continue. And then I'm going to put the name of the tag in here, and I called it Opt-in. You can see I call all of my opt-in funnels Opt-in because that helps me find them in my account. And ActiveCampaign training. This funnel runs once, and I just click Add Start. And then the first thing that I want to happen is that everybody gets an email because they've opted in, so they need to get an email that tells them where to access their training. So I'm going to go ahead and create an email. And this name is just for me, so I'm going to call it ActiveCampaign Training. Actually, you know what? I'm going to call it number 1 because I'm going to add more emails to this later on. So go ahead and create that. And then on this page, I'm going to select the email template that I want to use. So I'm going to use this template. That's my standard. And then I have written this email here, right here. So that is my subject line. Click Continue. And then you can see I have this template all already set up for me. So all I have to do is fill in the details. And that is just this content right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And I like to use people's name. So I'm going to personalize this email with a first name. Grammarly does not like my writing, so I'll fix that. And then I've left a couple of spots in here for links. So this one is to the ActiveCampaign, to create an ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to do that. And then I need to put a link to the actual training page, which is this one. Here's where you can access the training. Right there. And I'm going to actually put that down here as well. Go here to watch the training. Okay. And then that is it for this. I can click Next. And this is kind of the summary that ActiveCampaign gives me. tells me what the subject is, what the pre-header text is if I use that, who the email is being sent from, who the reply to address is, and I can send myself a test if I want. And then I'm just going to click Finish and Save. And now I have an email in this campaign and in this automation. And that's all I'm going to do in this automation right now. I'm going to come back here and add some more emails, but this video would last all day if you had to watch me write all of those emails. So for right now, we're going to leave it here. The last thing I'm going to do is add a wait period, wait for 1 day, because when I send the next email, it will go here. But for right now, I'm going to call this End This Automation. I just like to have an end point there. And I name the automation for what it is. So this one is going to be Opt-in ActiveCampaign Training. That just helps me to keep everything straight. And then the last thing I need to do, and the thing that most people miss, is up here in the right corner. I need to toggle this automation on. I need to actually make it active. So just click that active button. Everything is saved. There's no save button here. It's saved automatically as you go. So I am done in this automation, and now I am ready to test my new funnel. So let's take a look at how that happens. I like to test a funnel with a totally clean email and browser windows. So I'm going to go ahead and open up an incognito window here in Google Chrome, and I'm going to go to my opt-in page. And I'm going to go ahead and opt in with an email address that is not in the system. And the way I'm going to do this, if you have a Gmail address, you can create all of the email addresses you want. So the way that works is you just put a plus symbol behind your name before the @Gmail part, like this. So my Gmail address is cindybidar@gmail.com, but if I add plus ActiveCampaignTraining@gmail.com, Gmail will treat this as the same email address as cindybidar@gmail.com. ActiveCampaign will treat it as a completely separate address. So that gives me an unlimited number of clean addresses I can use for testing. So I filled out the form. Give me the training. The first thing we want to make sure is that we go to the right thank you page. And there we are. So far, the funnel works great. Now we need to go check my email and see if I got the welcome email. So let's go check my email in the other window. And there we are. That's the welcome email that I created for this funnel. So my funnel works. I saw the correct thank you page after I opted in, and I got my email welcome with my links in it. So all is connected correctly, and that's all it takes to create a funnel using Thrive Architect and ActiveCampaign. Create a landing page with an opt-in form, create a thank you page, connect the two together in ActiveCampaign, and send a welcome email. That's it. Easy peasy. I hope this helped demystify funnels for you at least a little bit. And if you have questions, post them below and I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day.